Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to yet another video. That's Moto Mindset, and today we are throwing a leg over the Suzuki V-STROM 1050XT Adventure. And this is a special video because for the first time since I make videos, the owner of the Suzuki has a GoPro, which is filming me right now, and has a Insta360. More work for me, more images to choose from, and that's why we can shift between the two bikes. So let's shift to the V-STROM. So the V-STROM, first time driving this amazing machine. This is the most expensive bike I've ever sat on. And that's a bit scary, because if I drop it, I have to pay for it. That's the deal I usually do with my viewers. But this bike gives confidence. The moment you give gas, it feels smooth, it feels confident. I was not scared at all. The V-STROM 1050XT Adventure runs on a 1037cc 90 degrees V-twin engine, and it produces around 107 brake horsepower and 100 Newton meter of torque. That's enough for almost everything you want to do with it. You can race it, you can adventure for hours, you have a big tank, you can go the autobahn, drive crazy fast, or just go off-road if you change the tires. And that's what this bike is all about. So, how's the throttle response? It's clean. The ride-by-wire system is snappy but not twitchy. The traction control levels, cruise control, hill holds, cornering ABS, all standard on this XT-A trim. And yes, we got spoked wheels, a center stand and a tall touring screen. This thing is ready to go anywhere. We can even bypass this Ferrari if we want to. Or maybe not, because I just hopped on the bike 15 minutes ago and I don't want to make a wheelie my first drive. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The BMW R 1250 RT. The boxer engine's butterly smooth. The tail lever front end eats up the highway. But there's a thing, it's almost too polished. Two gold wing lights. Great for comfort, less for the grit. And, maybe even more important, it's built for the old boys. Where's the fun? Everyone from a certain age goes for the BMW. Where's the uniqueness? The V-STROM speaks to a different kind of rider. Someone who wants comfort, but isn't afraid to fire roads. Someone who might tour to Eastern Europe and the Pyrenees without worrying about a scratch. Did you ever see a BMW driver who didn't worry about a scratch on their beautiful BMW? Anyone? I wouldn't think so. Suzuki nailed the aerodynamics. 850mm seat height, but you don't feel stretch. I am 1m85cm long and I can flat foot comfortably. Hand guards, big tank, wide bars. It's a communicator but not overwhelmingly present. And for all its adventure gear, the 1050XT doesn't feel out of its place in the city. The clutch is light, turning radius is decent, and the bike has a neutral planted feel at slow speeds. That's a big plus for an everyday usability. You might think it's a big huge bike, and you might think it's only built for highway and stuff like that, but it's generally, as long as you drive a little bit faster than 20 to 30 kilometers an hour, a very pleasant, very surprisingly good drive. When I think about a BMW RT driver, I think about retired airline pilots. I just can't help it. Clean, precise, quiet, but when I ride the V-STROM, I feel like I could get lost somewhere in the Balkan, and to be totally fine with it. This bike gives you permission to get dirty and still be comfortable while doing it. This is the bike for the real adventurers between us. The ride is firm but forgiving. You feel the road more than on the BMW RT, but you're also more engaged. The seat, surprisingly comfortable. The windscreen, adjustable and effective. And the fuel range, you're looking at a 400 plus kilometer range on the tank while moderate riding. So, is the V-STROM Adventure a replacement for a BMW RT? Not exactly, but it's definitely an alternative. If you want 80% of the comfort and tech with more character and more versatility and way more off-road confidence, this might be your next bike. So thank you for watching. This was my first time riding the V-STROM. If you like this kind of content, please let me know. I will make more of this kind of content. Let me know down below in the comments down what you think about this kind of videos. Subscribe, like, share, you know the drill, and I will insert, like always, a video of my dog, and you will love them, and you will send this to every friend you have, if you have friends. If you don't, please don't comment, and we will see you in the next video. Cheers!